Greetings mga ka-spacers natin out there from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And sa lahat ng ating mga ka-spacers na nakatutok ngayon worldwide and netwide, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. This is your ka-spacer and space commander, Professor Jun Cajigal, welcoming you to another online telescope viewing. And this time mga ka-spacers, my telescope is pointing at the waxing crescent moon at about 14% illumination. And today is June 3, 2022 mga ka-spacers, at napakaswerte po natin ngayon. We have clear skies tonight and ilang araw din po na maulap at maulan. And talagang natsambahan po natin ngayong araw na to. We have clear skies tonight and I was able to conduct this online telescope viewing. At sana magpatuloy to itong weekend na ito. So before we continue mga ka-spacers, please like and share this online telescope viewing so that we could reach more people, lalong-lalo na po yung mga estudyante out there, so that they would be inspired and be engaged in the sciences, lalong-lalo na po ang astronomy. So please like and share po itong ating video ngayong gabi na ito. And also please like and follow us on our Facebook page, the Bedan Society of Young Astronomers. Please like and follow us on our Facebook page, also the Sky Watcher Society of Las Piñas. And also please like and follow my Facebook page, the Science Guy Ka-Spacers channel. And also mga ka-spacers, bilang tulong nyo na rin po sa akin para mapagpatuloy natin itong advokasya natin to spread the good news of science, technology, and astronomy, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Science Guy, Professor Jun Cajigal. So please click that notification button para ma-update po kayo sa aming future videos. So we are now viewing on screen the waxing crescent moon mga ka-spacers. The waxing crescent moon is an intermediate phase that starts after the new moon and lasts until the first quarter. So this means mga ka-spacers that the amount of illuminated surface of the moon is increasing up to 50%. So right now, the moon is at 14% illumination. So ang ating buwan po ngayon, 14% illuminated na po yung surface niya. So the word crescent also mga ka-spacers means that the moon shape is like a banana. So curve siya, parang saging, banana, or para siyang bangka, di ba mga ka-spacers, or para siyang kinagat na cookie. Waxing means that the light of the moon is growing. So ayan po yung waxing crescent moon natin ngayon. And in a few minutes mga ka-spacers, we will be magnifying the image of the moon so that we could examine more of its lunar surface. And by the way po mga ka-spacers, ito po yung telescope na ginamit ko. Itong nasa taas po ng aking camera. So that is a Vixen Custom 80mm refracting telescope. Yan, with a 15mm Plossil eyepiece. So ito po yung telescope na ginamit ko for our lunar imaging tonight. And usually mga ka-spacers, itong waxing crescent moon usually rises just before noon and it's visible during the day. And around sunset, it gets even more visible and usually set bago po maghating gabi. Ayan po. So in a few minutes mga ka-spacers, we will be magnifying the image of the moon. And kahit hindi naka-magnify po, kitang-kita po yung mga craters at napakalinaw po ng camera na binibigay sa atin na itong image na to ng buwan. So yan, kitang-kita po yung mga craters, lalong-lalo na po dun sa may terminator. The terminator is the imaginary line that separates the lighted part of the moon na 14% and the unlit part. So ayan po yung ating image po ngayon. So, antabayanan nyo po. Mamaya in a few minutes, i-magnify po natin yung image po ng buwan. And bago po tayo magpatuloy din mga ka-spacers, shout out po sa aking mga outgoing officers ng Vedan Society of Young Astronomers at karamihan po sa kanila ay gagraduate na. And shout out sa incoming officers of the Vedan Society of Young Astronomers. Shout out din sa mga volunteers ko sa Skywatchers Society of Las Piñas. At bukas, June 4, magkakaroon po kami ng public telescope viewing at Robinson's Place, Las Piñas. Ayan po. So, hintay-hintayin lang po natin yung ating magnified image of the moon. So again, itong waxing crescent moon na ito, it is waxing kasi yung light ng moon po ay growing. And yung crescent refers to the moon shape na parang banana or kinagat na cookie. Alright, so ito na po yung ating magnified image of the moon. And talagang kitang-kita po yung mga craters, especially dun sa may terminator. The terminator is that imaginary line separating the lighted part of the moon, which is 14%, and the unlit part. Ayan po, so napakalino po ng ating camera that gives us this magnificent view of the magnified image of the moon. Ayan po, no? So these craters were formed from asteroid meteor impacts. Alright, so ito po yung ayan, parang mga bundok po yan, no? Mga ano yan, elevated areas ng buwan. Okay, so ito po yung maraming craters ng buwan. Amazing, isn't it? Alright, and those dark patches that you are seeing right now are lunar plains. Ang tawag po dyan ay Marias. Maria is the Latin word for seas. Yan, kasi po yung mga early sailors and early astronomers, they thought na yung mga dark patches na yan were bodies of water. Kaya pinangalan niyang Maria or Mare. But we know that those dark patches are actually solidified pools of ancient basaltic lava. Alright, so ayan po. Hindi ko lang po talaga matiis at napakaganda po ng ating camera ngayon that gives us this magnificent, magnified view of the lunar surface. Ayan po. Alright, this is the waxing crescent moon mga ka-spacers at 14% illumination. So the moon now is 14% illuminated mga ka-spacers. And baka magtanong po kayo, no? The moon orbits the earth once every 27 days. And it also takes approximately 27 days for the moon to rotate once on its axis, no, halos pareho. And we call this synchronous rotation. And this is the reason why we only see one side of the moon. The side of the moon that perpetually faces the earth is known as the near side. So we are now viewing the near side of the moon. Ayan po mga ka-spacers. Yung far side, hindi natin nakikita yan, no? Pero yung far side of the moon was first observed by humans in 1959 when the unmanned Soviet Luna 3 mission orbited the moon and photographed its surface. Alright. Ayan po. So that's our waxing crescent moon tonight at napakaswerte po natin at we have clear skies. Ako nga din po nagulat kasi ilang araw din po na umuulan ng malakas. Akala ko talaga buong linggo uulan pero nagpakita rin po ang kalawakan at nagpakita po yung buwan pati pa nga po yung araw. Talagang it was sunny itong araw na ito of June 3. February, I assembled my telescope and conducted this online telescope viewing para sa inyo. Because yan po yung aming advocacy dito sa BSYA and sa Skywatcher Society of Las Piñas. We want to bring the telescope to you, mga ka-spacers. Alright. Okay, so ayan po yung ating lunar surface. And ito yung ating magnified image of the moon. Yan, medyo shaky lang po yung ating tripod. Yan, mahirap galawin kasi yung mga slow motion knobs niya kaya may tendency siya to shake. And by the way po mga ka-spacers, ito po yung telescope na ginamit ko for our lunar imaging tonight. This is a Vixen custom 80mm refracting telescope. Refracting means that the telescope uses lenses to produce a magnified image of the distant object. Alright. Ayan isang damakmak na craters talaga. Ako ay na-amaze. Alright, so talagang kitang-kita sa ating lunar image that the surface of the moon is scarred by millions of impact craters. Ayan po, dami talaga. Lalong-lalo na sa may Terminator. Kaya magandang tignan po yung buwan near the Terminator. Again, the Terminator is that imaginary line separating the lighted part from the unlit part of the moon. And these craters were caused by asteroids, comets, and meteorite impacts. And alam po natin that there is no atmosphere on the moon to help protect it from bombardments from these potential impactors. Ito mga impactors, ito po yung mga asteroid, comets, and meteorites. Hindi po yung impacto, iba po yung impacto. Alright, joke lang po yun. Alright, so ayan po mga ka-spacers. So if you're fascinated by what you are seeing right now, please comment down below. Ayan po, and we would like to hear from you. Alright, and again po mga ka-spacers, yung mga craters na yan were caused by asteroids, meteorites colliding with the lunar surface. And the moon's surface is covered with those craters, thousands of them. Baka nga millions pa nga eh. Alright, so that's our magnified image of the moon. Alright. Baka magtanong po kayo, bakit po yung buwan? Why is it that the moon have so many craters compared to Earth? No? So bakit ganun ang buwan maraming craters? So unlike the Earth, mga ka-spacers, the moon has no atmosphere to protect it from those impacting bodies. It also has very little geologic activity like volcanoes. No? Halos wala nga po eh. The moon is like a dead rock in space. So, craters remain intact, okay, for billions of years. The Earth is also covered with water and vegetation, kaya hindi po makita kung may craters ba, natatakpan na ng water, ng vegetation, and meron po tayong erosion and weathering. So halos na erode po yung mga craters except for some like yung meteor craters sa Arizona. Talagang well preserved po yun. Alright. So ayan po, sana nagustuhan niyo po yung ating magnified image of the moon. So if you're fascinated, if you have any comments, if you have any reactions sa inyong nakita po ngayon, please comment down below. And we would like to hear from you, mga ka-spacers, para malaman po natin na buhay pa yun, gising na gising sa panonood ng ating online telescope viewing of the waxing crescent moon. Okay, mag-comment lang po kayo at gustong-gusto po namin na marinig ang inyong mga reactions about the moon. And kung na-miss niyo po yung ating magnified image of the moon, in a few minutes ima-magnify ulit natin siya. So kagaya ko ng sinabi ko kanina, the moon has no atmosphere po, no? So dire-diretso lang po yung mga impactors na yan, yung mga asteroids, comets that created those craters. And since wala ring atmosphere ang moon, kung kayo po ay isang astronaut, the sky will appear dark. No, kung kayo ay isang astronaut, the sky appears dark even on the bright side kasi po walang atmosphere ang buwan. And since the moon has no atmosphere, there is no sound transmission on the moon. Ayan, so kunyari may pumutok po sa buwan, hindi niyo po maririnig yun. There's no sound transmission on the moon. The moon is silent. Ayan. Alright? Okay po mga ka-spacers. Sana marami kayong natututunan sa aking konting kwento ngayong gabi na to. And sana sa patuloy ng ating online telescope viewing, sana clear po ang sky sa mga susunod na araw. Makikita po natin yung mga malalaking craters like yung Copernicus and yung Tycho crater. Alright, and nakita niyo po kanina no, may mga dark patches and mga bright areas sa buwan. Those dark areas are lunar plains and yung mga bright areas are lunar highlands and impact craters. Alright. Ayan, so bago po tayo magpatuloy, bago natin na tignan yung buwan ulit, yung magnified image po ng buwan. Again, bukas po, June 4, we will be having a public telescope viewing face-to-face po ito. Courtesy of the Sky Watchers Society of Las Piñas. Itong telescope viewing natin na gagawin ay sa Robinson's Place, Las Piñas. Ayan po. So kung nasa vicinity po kayo, nasa Las Piñas area po kayo, join us sa Robinson's Place, Las Piñas, and we will be having a public telescope viewing doon sa may parking lot po. Alright, and sana po clear skies kasi yung activity po na yan depende sa weather. No? So sana clear skies po tayo, wag sanang uulan para makita po natin yung buwan. And ayan po yung title ng activity na yan, Come See the Moon. Come and see the moon sa Robinson's Place, Las Piñas, tomorrow, June 4, no, Saturday, June 4, 2022. We will start the public telescope viewing at around 6 o'clock kasi kung clear yung skies, kita na po yung buwan, yung waxing crescent moon. Okay, so ayan po, shout out po ulit sa mga volunteers ko sa Sky Watchers Society of Las Piñas. Ayan, sila Iyo, sila Rafael, si Angelica, and also sana sumama si Dudes. Yan, namimiss ko na talaga si Dudes Perea. Okay, so ito po ulit yung ating magnified image of the moon. Waxing crescent moon po tayo and the moon is 14% illuminated. Alright, so waxing crescent phase po tayo ha. The waxing crescent phase is an intermediate phase that starts after the new moon and lasts until the first quarter. So ito pong ibig sabihin nito that the amount of illuminated surface of the moon is increasing, no, up to 50% pagdating po ng first quarter. Ngayon po, the moon is 14% illuminated na po. Yung crescent na term means that the moon shape is curved like a banana or parang kinagat na cookie. Yung waxing, yung term na yan means that the light of the moon is growing. Alright, and makikita nyo po sa ating magnified image of the moon that the moon is scarred by thousands o baka millions pa nga millions of those impact craters. So those impact craters again were caused by meteors and asteroids colliding with the lunar surface. Ayan po, the moon's surface is covered with thousands or baka nga millions pa nga of those craters. Alright, ayan po. And ang ganda po talaga ng camera. Ako'y namamangha talaga sa camera. At napakalino ng binibigay sa atin na image ng buwan. Fantastic images of the moon. Napaka-sharp po ng ating camera. Para po tayong nasa loob ng Apollo spacecraft. Yan po, medyo shaky lang po yung aking tripod. Kasi medyo naiipit po yung slow motion knobs niya. By the way po, ito po yung telescope na ginamit ko. Ayan po, this is a Vixen 80mm refracting telescope. Ayan, maganda tong telescope na to. Napakalinaw po ng mga images na binibigay niya. Plus maganda rin po yung camera. Ako'y namamangha sa camera. Talaga napakalinaw po na binibigay na images natin ngayon ng waxing crescent moon at 14% illumination. Alright, so again, if you're fascinated by what you are seeing right now, if you have any comments or reactions, please type in your comments or reactions in our comment section below. And mag-heart react po kayo or mag-smiley face para malaman po natin na kayo ay buhay na buhay at gising na gising po ngayong gabi sa ating online telescope viewing. Alright, so ayan po. Ay mga parang bundok yan eh. Mga elevated areas po yan ng buwan. Alright, so napakalino ng camera para ho tayong sumisilip sa bintana ng Apollo spacecraft orbiting the moon. And yan po yung aking pakiramdam pag ganito yung ginagawa ko na online telescope viewing. Parang ini-imagine ko po na ako po ay nakasakay sa Apollo spacecraft, sumisilip sa bintana. And ganun po ang tingin ko sa telescope. The telescope is like a spaceship. Habang sumisilip po ako sa eyepiece, ini-imagine ko na ako ay nakasakay at sumisilip ako sa bintana ng Apollo spacecraft. Ayan po. Alright, so again po, we would like to hear from you. So mag-comment lang po kayo. And kung meron kayong questions about the moon or anything about astronomy, wag po kayong mahiya. Just type in your questions in our comment section below. Sasagutin ko po yun. Okay, so fascinating indeed mga ka-spacers. Alright, so that's our magnified image of the waxing crescent moon. The moon now is 14% illuminated. Today is June 3, 2022. Sana po nagustuhan niyo po yung ating magnified image of the moon. Sana kayo ay namangha. Sana kayo ay na-fascinate sa nakita niyo po ngayon sa ating online telescope viewing. Alright, so marami pong salamat sa inyong pagtutok sa ating online telescope viewing. Sana wag po kayong magsawa. At ito po yung aming advocacy to spread the good news of science, technology, and astronomy. So again po, pakiusap ko lang po sa inyo mga ka-spacers to please like and share this online telescope viewing so that we could reach more people, lalong-lalo na po yung mga estudyante so that they would be engaged and be inspired to love the sciences, lalo na yung astronomy. So siguro hanggang dito na lang po tayo mga ka-spacers. And again, tomorrow, June 4, we will be conducting face-to-face public telescope viewing. Hindi na po online. And we will see to it and we assure you mga ka-spacers that all safety protocols will be observed in the conduct of the activity. Ayan po. So kung pupunta po kayo, just always wear your face mask. Ayan po. Alright. Alright, and bukas po yan June 4 at Robinson's Place, Las Piñas. The title of the activity is Come and See the Moon. Ayan, sana po clear skies bukas. Parang ngayon po kasi napakaswerte po natin ngayon at ilang araw din talagang maulan at cloudy. No? At talagang tsamba po ito ngayon. Sana bukas ganun din sa public telescope viewing at Robinson. So if you're in the vicinity bukas, come and join us. Come, let's see the moon tomorrow at Robinson's Place, Las Piñas, courtesy of the Sky Watchers Society of Las Piñas in collaboration with Robinson's Place, Las Piñas. Alright po, so marami pong salamat sa inyong pagtutok sa ating online telescope viewing po ngayon gabi. And again, shout out sa aking mga officers and crew of the Vedan Society of Young Astronomers. Shout out din po sa mga volunteers ko from the Sky Watcher Society of Las Piñas. Always follow us on our Facebook page, the Sky Watcher Society of Las Piñas. Like and follow us sa aming Facebook page, the Vedan Society of Young Astronomers. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, mga ka-spacers. Bilang tulong nyo na rin po sa akin yan so that we can continue with our advocacy to spread the good news of science, technology, and astronomy. This is your ka-spacer and space commander, Professor Jun Cajigal, saying, live long and prosper. And always remember to always keep your space. Bye-bye po and see you in our next online telescope viewing. See you at Robinson's Place, Las Piñas, June 4. Bye-bye.